Welcome back to GeForce and our coverage of E3. I'm Julian here with Jake Solomon. He's a creative director at Firaxis working on XCOM 2.
Yes.
And you guys just announced a very, very large expansion for the game, War of the Chosen.
That's right, that's right. So we've been working on this for a while, and you know, the whole team, we've basically decided to make something really, really big. That was our goal, was to make something massive. Add lots of content to the game, lots of new enemies, soldier classes, maps, environments, stories. So yeah, it's just something really, really big.
So this is a big expansion to your game, but it focuses mainly on three sort of alien heroes. Am I correct in saying that?
That's right, that's right. It's three alien heroes and then three soldier factions that are meant to counter them. And so the Chosen, those are the alien heroes that you're talking about, they're sort of these champions, and they have all these really powerful abilities, and like the player, they get stronger as the game goes on. So the player's going to fight them multiple times, they're going to keep coming back, and like the player, they're going to develop new skills and abilities and new strengths.
Well, a hallmark of XCOM 2 really was how well the game adapted to the player and how much it made you kind of have to rethink. You couldn't fall into a rhythm when you were getting into this strategy game. These three new heroes that you have, are they continuing in that same vein? Are they kind of countering what the player does to defeat them?
Yes, exactly. And so, you know, they have personalities that are set, and so you'll get to know them over the course of the game. They'll always be commenting you, making comments on how well you're doing, and so they become personalities, but how they behave in combat, that is procedural, just like most of XCOM. And so the idea is that they have some abilities they always get, and then they gain a lot of strengths procedurally. And as you pointed out, that's kind of like the hallmark of XCOM, is it's fun to make a plan, and then the game tries to push you off your plan, and you have to make up a new plan. And so you're always constantly planning and coming up with new tactics against the Chosen.
That's great, because if you like a strategy game, you like, you know, that thrill of developing a strategy that works, and then for games that don't adapt to that, you kind of lose that, and it fades a little bit. So what you guys are trying to do is just make you have to constantly relearn, and it's a rewarding experience.
Yeah, that's right. You never want people to, and as a player, you never want to be able to have one strategy where it's like, oh, this is the way you win the game is this, right?
Yeah.
And when you do that, all the magic floods out of the game. So you need the game to constantly refresh, and you're like, oh, I haven't seen this combination before. And we do a lot of that in the expansion pack. So we have the Chosen, we have another enemy called the Lost, which is these huge swarms, and they're unlike anything we've had before in XCOM. So they don't take cover, they just come in these huge swarms, and they come in on top of you fighting the aliens, and so you're fighting this tactical battle, and these huge swarms of zombies come in.
You have a new problem,
Yeah, and you've got this new problem, and the zombies go after you, they go after the aliens, and it's this huge chaotic, like, you're still trying to fight the aliens, but you're trying to fight through all these zombies, and it creates this really chaotic experience that's really different.
The Lost are like feral aliens from the first invasion.
Yeah, that's right. They're actually mutated humans, and so yeah, they come in, and the player has to sort of say, all right, I can only take out so many of these a turn. I got to be really careful. And they're drawn to the sounds of combat. So if you start throwing a bunch of grenades, which would wipe out a lot of Lost really easily, you'll just bring in more of them in.
You also, though, give the players some new tools like these soldier classes.
Yeah.
What are they like?
Right, so we have three new factions. So just like the Chosen, the player gets three new tools to sort of fight these powerful new enemies. We have the Reapers, and this is a stealth marksman and saboteur, and that means that they can attack from concealment and remain concealed after they've made attacks. We have the Skirmishers, which are actually defectors from the alien army. So they've actually left the aliens, and they can eventually join XCOM's side. And they take a lot of actions per turn. They're just this sort of single soldier wrecking crew. And then we have the Templars, and these are melee-focused units that use psionic blades to deal a ton of damage. And they actually build up power over the course of multiple attacks, and then can unleash it in really powerful abilities.
Now I'm just waiting for the next expansion where the alien defectors have been double agents the whole time, and now you have to fight within.
That's right. Well, you know, we'll probably just make you the aliens or something. We'll say, you deal with all this powerful XCOM stuff now. It's your
See how well you would
fare. See how well you do.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you guys are keeping the game fresh with this expansion. If people like XCOM 2, plenty more to love now to get those brain meats tingling again to develop new strategies. Thanks so much for coming and talking with us about the expansion today.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for tuning in to GeForce. Tons more coverage from E3. Be sure to subscribe, leave a comment, because we've still got that contest going on to win a whole bunch of goodies from NVIDIA and our partners. Thanks for watching GeForce, and be sure to check out XCOM 2's expansion, War of the Chosen.